Hey YouTube friends, welcome to RK Treasure Center. If this is the first time you've ever viewed this channel, well, I'm a full-time reseller. I go to garage sales, estate sales, flea markets, trade shows, thrift shops, retail arbitrage, just about anywhere where I can find undervalued items that I can turn around and flip for a profit. And some of those low price items really made me some money. So if you like videos like this or content like this, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you'll know when more videos like this come out. Well, again, welcome to RK Treasure Center. My name is Roy. So today's video is going to be a what sold video and a question and answer video. In other words, I'm going to show you items that sold from some of those places that I mentioned. So today I have a page and a half of items that sold. So we're going to go around and pull those items. And then after we go pull these items and I show you what sold, then we're going to do question and answers because they may be some of the questions that you have that other viewers asked. All right, so the first two items that sold are in these bins right here. One's going to be in the Chrissy bin and one's down here in the penny bin. The Chrissy bin I can reach right away because it was an item that I just listed. And I wish I had listed some of these items even quicker. Some of the things that sold overnight were items I just got through listing. And like I said, I wish I would have found them faster. But the first one is actually going to be right here in the front because I can see it. All right, so this is the first item that sold. This is a Fisher-Price Adventure People from 1976. This is my custom SKU, so you don't have to look at that number. But this little guy right here is known as a Jeff figure. He's a TV crew director. This item sold for $7.99 shipped. And he was in a box of toys that I picked up for just a couple of dollars, so I don't have anything into him. So that's profit. Like I said, the next item is in this penny bin, so I'm going to put down the camera and then I'm going to go get it real quick. So I sold this item. It was actually an item I picked up a whole bunch of them at the thrift shop. They're still brand new, sealed in a package. This is a universal remote control from Zenith. It controls 5 devices. This item sold for $12.99 shipped. So I went through some of my unlisted inventory, and I'm glad I did because I found some items that I forgot about that I shouldn't have had so long in my unlisted inventory, but I did, and I got them and I listed them out. And they sold, a couple items sold right away. So here's the new bin. It's the picker bin. And this is the one item that sold right away. This is a PlayStation Connect. This was one item that I picked up at a thrift shop. I think I have maybe $3 into it. And I was really happy to find this. Once again, we'll go over to the picker bin. And again, you can see there's not much in there because I just listed these items. But we're going to pull this item out. This is another PlayStation item. This is a motion eye camera. Again, one other item I found at the thrift shop at a different time. Probably got $2 into it. This sold for $14.99 shipped. All right, we'll come over here to the N2 bin. And I was really happy to sell this item because it's been kind of big in this bin, even though I just got it and just listed it. This was in the last thrift haul video, I think. This is the Ivory Full Queen Comforter Fleece. Was really happy to find this. This sold for $29.99 plus the buyer paid the shipping. So this was a really good sale. It's called Cuddle Duds. In this tub right here is the S1 tub. And as you can see right here, so I got to move some of the stuff away. This is some shoes. So I sold this one. And of course they come in a pair. So I sold this one. So these are some Boggs rain boots. I was pretty happy to find these. I love the colors on them. They're pretty psychedelic colors. But anyway, I sold these for $24.99 and the buyer paid the shipping. All right, come over here to the M2 bin. And right inside here, they've been sitting here for a couple months, so I know where they're at, is these little 2 boxes. These little 2 boxes are called Red Devil push points. They're glazing points for photo frames and pictures. They're old vintage. These sold for $16.95 shipped. That's actually really good for a couple of vintage things that I picked up for 25 cents at a garage sale. The next item that sold back here in the corner, I finally got these listed. These are Selena cups. There you go. They say Selena forever. I guess let me hold them up into the light. That's a little bit better to see. All right, sold these 2 Selena cups. These are Selena Forever cups. You can see it's got Selena's picture. It says Selena and Selena Forever. Both these cups sold for $12.95 and the buyer paid the shipping. All right, we're back in the, we're back over here again. So we got the N1 bin. And got this item here. So this item is sold. It's a TI-84 calculator cover. And that's just all it is just a cover, replacement cover for a TI-84 calculator. This sold for $14.95 shipped. Hey everyone, it's the next day. I've already done my packaging and shipping and sent them out. But one thing I wanted to show off is another picture of Kim's charcoal drawings. This one is of a cattle dog. I think it's just gorgeous. It's just so, the detail she does in these things, it's just so amazing. Anyway, people have been asking, it's one question, that is Kim gonna put any of her drawings up on eBay? And yes, I'm going to list this and post this when this video comes out. So if you're watching this video when it first came out, this drawing just went up for sale on eBay. I think she did an excellent job drawing it, and if anything, you can leave a comment down below and let her know how she did. So I'm at my local post office. I just got through dropping off packages, and I thought now would be a good time to answer some viewer questions since I'm here at the post office. And there's my local post office. But one of the first questions had to do with the post office, so that's why I thought I'd start here. So the first question is from Dan Wald, and I've got my phone with the questions. Dan says, why would you go to the United States Postal Service versus having them pick it up? The upside of that question for me is if I go to the post office, well, that gets me out of the house. And also sometimes I see garage sales, or I go thrift shopping, or, you know, I get out of the house and my mind starts thinking I can go sourcing. So sometimes I'll run and go do some sourcing while I'm out. So that's one reason. But the real reason that I don't have the United States Postal System pick up boxes at my house, I used to a long time ago, before we moved, and then we moved down here to South Texas. And when we moved down here to South Texas, we moved into a community. It's basically a winter Texan community area. There's a lot of them down here in South Texas, kind of like probably in Florida or other places, where the sunshine's always great down here. So people from up north move down here, or they come down here for the winter times and enjoy the sunshine, and they go back up. Well, one of the areas we live is in a community like that, and we have a centralized mailbox area. Everybody's got their own postal boxes. It's kind of like some neighborhoods, you may see the little square silver box or something like that. Or if you go into your post office, you have all those little boxes on the wall. Well, we have the same type of thing in our hall. But whenever the postal worker comes and picks up or drops off packages, that's where they go. So they don't go directly to your house. Only UPS, FedEx, and places like that go directly to the house. So that's why I don't do that, and this is why I go to the post office to drop my boxes. And like I said, it's not an inconvenience. I only live a mile from the post office. All right, so this next question is from Van Jam, and Van Jam says, would you rather cancel a sale or eat the shipping? And he's referring to a video that I recently came out with. That in the video I sold a thermos, like an igloo cooler. It was a 1 gallon cooler. The top unscrews. It's metal, vintage from the 70s. It was really good condition. I paid $3.50 for it, listed it for $19.99, and sold it within an hour of listing it. Well, the problem was when I listed it, I put down the weight for the shipping and everything, but I forgot to change it from free shipping to buyer pay shipping. So that's probably why it sold right away, and it cost me money. Well, what it did is it cost like, I forget, it cost like $11 to ship it out. $3.50 was a purchase, so I didn't make any money on it. So his question, would I rather cancel an order or eat the shipping? Well, for me, it's probably a morality thing. It was my fault. It wasn't the buyer's fault. So I sold the item as free shipping, and that's what I did. I sent it out, and the buyer got a great deal. And like I said, I didn't make any money on that sale. I do know that there are sellers out there that have done that, where they take an item and they've sold it and they didn't put down the shipping or something like that, or maybe the price was incorrect. And once it's sold, they canceled the order so they could relist it and do it correctly. Well, for me, I think that's just wrong. That's just bad business. You know, if you list an item and you list it incorrectly for the purchase price or the shipping cost, it's not the buyer's fault. it's your fault. It's the seller's fault. Or in this case, it was my fault. So I'm not going to cancel a sale or try to explain to the buyer that I forgot to do the shipping. It's just not, to me, that's not ethical. It's not moral. That's not going to bring back good business. So yeah, I would rather eat the shipping cost on my mistake. So during that same video, I got another question. This one's from Barbara Phelps. Barbara Phelps says, that's horrible on the cooler. Oh well, love your videos. Do you ever lower your prices on items that don't sell fast? How long do you let it sit before lowering the price? I wish I had more time and energy to go searching for treasures to sell. Great haircut too. Well, thank you for the haircut. And sometimes I wish I had more energy to go running around sourcing for things. I take a lot of breaks. But I can do that. I'm my own boss. As for your questions, Barbara, you said, do you ever lower your prices on items that don't sell, and how long do you let it sit before lowering the prices? Well, those are good questions, and I'm going to answer both those questions in one answer. So basically, at least every 3 months, maybe 2 months, 3 months, I do a store-wide 10% sale. If it's going to be a holiday, I will do a sale for over the weekend or over the week. Say like Valentine's Day, for instance, is coming up. I may do a week-long, well, Valentine's Day isn't coming up right now, but say Valentine's Day was coming up, I would do a week-long sale, maybe either on the whole store or maybe just on jewelry items. Who knows? If you're going to run towards Christmas or something like that, then I'll do the same thing. I'll run a week-long sale before Christmas. And if it's just a general holiday, say it's like Washington's birthday or President's Day or some odd little thing, I might run a weekend sale. If things happen, if the holiday falls on the Monday, I may run a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday sale. So a 4-day sale. I usually tend to do at least, like I said, every 3 months I do a 10% sale. Probably it just happens to fall every 3 months or so. But since we have quite a few little holidays throughout the year, like I said, I'll run those little week sales or weekend sales, 10%. And I never run my sales longer than a week. Now, as for items that are older and been sitting on the shelves for a while, I will having an eBay store, I can format it so that anything's over a certain time frame or a certain period or a certain amount of money, I can put those items on sale or just pick individual items. So what I do is put a time frame in there. Anything that's 6 months and older gets a 20% sale. And I usually run that probably, I don't know, maybe every 2 months. About every 2 months, I'll run a 20-25% sale on anything that's 6 months and older. So I hope that answers your question, Barbara. And anybody else that might have that question also. So recently I was asked a question that I probably get asked at least once a month. This question I'm going to answer is from Charlotte Cochran. I actually had the same question asked recently, but I couldn't find that one, but I did find hers. So I went ahead and pulled it up so I can read it to you and then answer it. This says, "Hi Roy, quick question. If you have free shipping on an item and the buyer wants to return it, who pays for the return shipping on it, you or the buyer?" And that's really a good question. A lot of new eBayers have that kind of a question. They want to know who's going to pay the return shipping if you offer free shipping. So basically, in a nutshell, what it boils down to is, as the seller, if you offer free shipping, when the buyer, if they decide to return an item, they're going to open the return buyer case or return buyer, and it's going to say, was the item damaged, faulty, or didn't meet the description, or other. Well, if they answer any of those first three, the item was damaged, faulty, or item was not as described, well, then it's going to be the seller's responsibility to pay for the return shipping. If they click on the other or it's just that I changed my mind, that's going to be a question that's asked. If the buyer says I changed my mind, well, then it's the buyer's responsibility to return the item. So first of all, whenever you list any kind of an item, if there's any flaws, damages, or anything like that, take good pictures and put a good description, and make sure you take a picture of those flaws or any damages or anything like that. And if you need to, put it down in the description as well. That's going to save from returns, because the buyers are already going to know they're going to buy a used item, and if it's got flaws, they're going to see that, and they don't mind, because they're already looking at it. Really, I've sold lots and lots of items that had scratches, because a lot of items that I pick up from thrift stores or things like that are used, and they're going to be used items. So take pictures of anything that's faulty, damaged, or anything like that, so that you don't get a return. Second of all, my return rate is very minimal, so don't worry about it. If you're new to eBay and you're thinking whether or not you should offer free returns, offer free returns. It looks good. In my opinion, it looks good. I think to a lot of other people, if you look at it, it'll show that if you look at other sellers, they do free returns, because just knowing the peace of mind for a buyer that if they had a problem, they could return it, that helps them make a purchase. And like I said, you're not going to get too many returns as long as you take good photos and have a good description. So I hope that answers the question for anybody that might be wondering who pays for a free shipping return, whether it's the seller or the buyer. And I hope that any other questions that was asked, that maybe if you had them, I hope that answers it. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it down in the comments. And if it's good, maybe I'll showcase it, because there may be another question a lot of other people have. But I'll definitely answer it, because I try to answer all the messages whenever I see them down in the comments. So I appreciate everybody for watching. To all the resellers out there, find it, sell it, profit. To everybody else that's just watching, viewing, just stumbled across the channel, hey, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, be safe, and have a great day. Bye-bye.